Religion has brainwashed us into letting other people steal from us, run over us, and take advantage of us. Religion has brainwashed us into letting other people steal from us, run over us, and take advantage of us. Religion has brainwashed us into letting other people run over us, take advantage of us, and steal from us. Black politicians are the big reason for why non-Africans think they African, non-Jamaicans think they Jamaican, non-Haitians think they Haitian, non-Nigerians think they Nigerians, non-South Africans think they South Africans, non-Ghanaians think they Ghanaians. Stop this multicultural bullshit. Stop before it's too late. These people don't identify with you. These people don't identify with you. They don't think they're African. They don't think they're Jamaican. They just want you to think that, so you let them steal your resources, rob your money, control your land, mistreat your people. Chinese think they better than Jamaican. They don't think they Jamaican. They just telling you that so they get the freedom to run around and steal and do whatever the hell they want to do. I'm sick and tired of going to black countries, seeing white people claim to be Nigerian. I'm white, but I'm Nigerian. I'm Jewish, but I'm Ghanaian. I'm Chinese, but I'm Jamaican. I'm Lebanese, but I'm a Haitian. I'm Korean, but I'm a Botswana. No, 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 no. You can't go to China and call yourself no damn Chinese. You can't go to India and call yourself no damn Indian. What's wrong with y'all? None of these people would dare let you call yourself one of them in their country. So why are you letting them call themselves one of us? They don't think they're one of you. You really think the Dutch in South Africa think they're the same as the blacks? No. They think they're better than the blacks. They just call themselves South Africans so they can have the freedom to rob, steal, abuse, and exploit. It's a hustle. It's a hustle. My throat chakra. My throat chakra. And see, here's the thing. I love you too, baby. I love all my queens. Let me give a shout out to all my queens. My fudge queens, my butter almond queens, my cinnamon queens, my nutmeg queens, my sweet brown sugar queens, my pistachio queens, my African vanilla queens, my African lemonade queens, my petite queens, my slim thick queens, my voluptuous queens, my full-figured queens. Shout out to all the pregnant women who are expecting new African child. Shout out to all the beautiful black women. I love you too, baby. I love you too. I love all the queens. I love all the queens. Brothers, don't hate. I'm building, I take care of the kids, so the queens love me, and I love them. Mind your business. Stay out my bedroom. But let us stay focused. I love you too, baby. Miss Good Coochie. What kind of name is that? Miss Good Coochie. Wait a minute. Was that a snow bunny? Miss Good, wait a minute. That was a bunny. Oh, Lord. That was a Miss. I got to block Miss Good Coochie. What are you? That's a snow bunny. Is Miss Good Coochie a snow bunny? Can somebody please tell me on Instagram? Is that a snow bunny? Or was that African vanilla? Was she a snow bunny? Oh, Lord. Y'all setting me up with bunnies on my live. Come on now. Snow bunnies could be on the live, but you can't come at me on my live, though, because I don't date outside the race. Don't do that. Miss Good Coochie, I thought it was a sister, but it might have been a bunny. I don't bunny hop. I don't bunny hop. I do not bunny hop. But let us stay focused, because it's consciousness over cookies. It's politics over punani. It's revolution over romance. It's institutions over intimacy. It's business before the bedroom. We must stay focused. We must stay focused. We must stay focused. Stop letting non-Africans feel like they can call themselves one of you. It is disrespectful for any African to let a non-African think that they are an African. We have fought too hard. We have been through too much. We are too unique as a people. We have been robbed enough. Don't let them steal your identity. They done stole the gold. They done stole the diamonds. They done stole the oil. They done stole the gas. They done stole the coltan. And now you're going to let them steal your identity. You cannot let them steal your identity. Cannot do that. You don't have to be disrespectful. Just tell the Chinese, with all due respect, you are not a Jamaican. I know you have a passport. The government gave you that. So you might be Jamaican on paper. You are not Jamaican in practice. You may be Jamaican on paper. You are not Jamaican in skin color. You are not Jamaican in culture. You are not Jamaican in ancestry. You are an invader. You are a colonizer. You are an opportunist. You are an exploiter. Don't let your enemies identify with you. Don't let your enemies identify with you. This goes for Africa. This goes for South America. This goes for the Caribbean. This goes for Black America. It's really a form of disrespect. Racial impersonation, national impersonation, cultural impersonation. It's a form of disrespect. Why do I say that? Why does Dr. Umar say letting Chinese call themselves Jamaican is disrespectful? Let Lebanese call themselves Liberians is disrespectful. Let European Jews call themselves Ghanaians is disrespectful. Let white Frenchmen call themselves Senegalese is disrespectful. Let Anglo-Saxons call themselves Haitian is disrespectful. Let me tell you why. You know why it's disrespectful? Number one, they don't mean it. Number two, it's a tool of deception to get you to drop your defenses so they can rob, steal, and operate in plain sight. Number three, they want to have all the rights of indigenous Black people so they can one-up you. They want your... See, when the Chinese say I'm Jamaican, they're saying I can take what's yours. I can take what's meant for you. When the Lebanese say I'm Liberian, he's saying I can get the same privileges you can get. I can get the same resources that you can get. When you let them use your name to define themselves, they can take your name, use it to get resources, rights, and concessions that you can't even get in your own country. Don't let them do that. And the most disrespectful thing about letting a non-African call themselves an African, the most disrespectful thing about letting a non-African call themselves an African, the most disrespectful thing about letting a non-African call themselves an African is when they ready to go back to being Chinese, they can do it whenever they want. You African forever. When they ready to go back to being a European Jew, they can do it whenever they want. You African forever. When they ready to go back to being a Korean, when they ready to go back to being an East Indian, when they ready to go back to being an Anglo-Saxon, when they ready to go back to being whatever they are, they can do it anytime they want. When they go back to China, do you think they call themselves Africans in China? When the so-called Chinese Jamaicans go to China, do they call themselves Jamaicans in China? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. When the Chinese Jamaicans, so-called Chinese Jamaicans, because it ain't no such thing as a damn Chinese Jamaican. When the Chinese Jamaicans go back home to China, do they call themselves Africans? Yes or no? Yes or no? When the Chinese Jamaicans go back to China, do they call themselves Africans? When the East Indians go back to India, do they call themselves Africans in India? When the East Indians go back to India, do they call themselves Africans in India? When the Lebanese go back to the Middle East, do they call themselves Africans in Lebanon? When the European Jews go back to Israel, do they call themselves African? Hell no. So if you don't call yourself African when you home in China, if you don't call yourself African when you home in Israel, if you don't call yourself African when you home in Lebanon, you don't call yourself African when you home in India, why the hell you want to call yourself African when you around me? Why do you want to call yourself African when you around me? Because you want to confuse me, deceive me, manipulate me, and steal from me. Don't you let a thief. What if I broke in your house? What if I broke in your house and when you see me come in your door, I say I'm part of your family? Would you let a thief break in your house and tell you to your face he's a part of your family? Would you let a thief break in your house and tell you he's a part of your family? So if you wouldn't let a thief break in your house and tell you he's a part of your family, why are you letting all these yellow people and brown people and white people come into your African countries, Caribbean countries, and tell you they African? This is why I hate when American Africans let white Americans impersonate black culture like it's something funny. You don't let nobody impersonate your culture. Everybody want to be black until it's time to fight the police. Everybody want to be black until it's time to fight against miseducation. Everybody want to be black until it's time to fight for reparations. Everybody want to be black until it's time to fight against homelessness. Everybody want to be black until it's time to fight against gentrification. Everybody want to be black until it's time to fight for black people's rights. Stop letting people identify with us. If you don't look like me, you damn sure ain't one of me. Stop the games. We are the only race who let people weave in, weave out, weave in, weave out. No disrespect to the Arabs of North Africa. No disrespect to the Arabs of North Africa, but you are not an African. You are the descendants of the invaders who came into Africa in the 6th and 7th century and murdered my ancestors to take control of that territory. You are not an African. You are an invader. You are an Arab. And when you go to the Middle East, you don't call yourself an African. You call yourself an Arab. Stop playing identity games with me.